If you've run Facebook ads before, you might have found that leads you got from Facebook were more challenging to sell than leads you get from Google and other sources. Now, there are some very specific reasons why this is happening, and in this video, we're gonna break those reasons down and help you overcome them so that you can use Facebook as a powerful tool to grow your business. Let's dive in. To understand what's going on with Facebook leads, we first have to look at the customer buying journey. Let's take a customer who's looking for a new HVAC system, for example. So homeowners start off in the awareness phase where they know their unit is getting old. They know that soon they're gonna have to replace it. Then they move on into the consideration phase where they start paying more attention to advertisements they see from HVAC companies. They start thinking about it more seriously, maybe doing some research, trying to get an idea of what it should cost. And then finally, they move into the decision stage, which is when they actually start reaching out to contractors. And that typically means that this lead is also very close to signing up with somebody. Now, with leads that come from Facebook, it's a little bit different. Now, the Facebook algorithm is great at getting in front of people who have intention. However, a lot of times it's getting in front of those people in the late stages of the consideration phase. So when somebody reaches out to you from a Facebook ad, not only is that sales cycle probably gonna be a little bit longer, but they also haven't done the research on you to build the trust that they're gonna need to decide to move forward with you. They haven't seen your website, they haven't seen your reviews, they haven't gone online and compared you to several different companies already before they reached out. So the understandable mistake that a lot of companies make is they treat those Facebook leads exactly the same way that they would treat a Google lead, even though the leads are reaching out at totally different points in the customer buying journey. Assuming those Facebook leads are just about to make a decision within a day or two, they'll hammer those Facebook leads, call within 5 minutes, and then follow up a bunch of times within the first couple of days. And then if that lead doesn't buy, they assume, well, that wasn't a serious lead anyways. Now, in reality, that probably was a serious lead. They had the money, they had the intention, but they were just a little bit earlier in the process. So how do we close those leads? First, since we kind of took that lead out of the natural research process, we have to give them the information about our company that they're gonna need. How we do this for our clients at Service Allies is we have a secondary video where after the lead submits their information, it helps pre-sell them on the company and build that trust. By showing reviews, by helping them understand what the company is all about, we're essentially helping them do that research that they never got to do in the first place. In the follow-up phase, instead of doing that quick speed to lead burnout that you would typically with a Google lead, what you wanna do is, yes, call within the first day or two, but actually extend the follow-up for several weeks so that you can walk with them the rest of the way on their buying journey till they're ready to purchase from you. Also, since they saw you from a Facebook ad, and that was probably their first time hearing about your company, when you call them, you're going to want to really have the right tonality and also immediately let them know that you're not just calling them, but you're responding to them. Now, if you call somebody and you say, hey, this is Peter calling you from Service Allies, not only are you going to be falsely assuming my identity, but the way that's worded makes it sound like a cold call. And if they don't immediately remember your company, which let's be honest, if they were just scrolling by really quick and they put in their information, then they're just gonna assume that it is a cold call. So instead you wanna say, hey, this is Peter getting back to you from Service Allies. That lets the lead know that, oh wait, I did reach out to these guys at some point. They're more likely to stop and listen long enough to be able to remember you and then to schedule with you. So in summary, for a Facebook lead, you want to do the research and build the trust for people that they haven't done themselves since they haven't gone all the way through that consideration phase yet. You want to have a process that engages them on a longer term follow-up. And I'm talking about real human follow-up, not just automations. And then lastly, you want to make sure that that script for calling out is very well suited to these Facebook leads by helping them remembering you and just having an awesome tonality that makes them want to book with you. I hope all that makes sense. If you learned something from this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.